Becky and I and Gail Bedgood, we're standing in Arts Revive, which is a place where we really want to build community. We want to do good in this community through the arts. And he said, we're looking for a place to do a year anniversary of what happened on January the 12th. And we said, well, this is the place to do it. And we're thankful, and we're thankful that you're here. I want to turn it over to Chris Darden from the National Weather Service. He's going to say just a couple of words.
All right, thank you, Ruth. I can't really, I don't know if I can really follow up that, but I'm here representing the National Weather Service. I'm Chris Darden, the meteorologist in charge, but really a lot of the thanks on the Weather Service side goes to Kevin Laws. Ruth mentioned we were looking to do something for the city of Selma for the 1-year anniversary. Not really looking back, but maybe looking forward. What can we do to help the city move forward? And we were meeting with Toya and the emergency management community here. And then Kevin decided, let's just walk down the street and see who we can visit with, meet with. And they walked in and met with Becky and Ruth, and the rest is history. We had this huge crowd here today on this beautiful, chilly but beautiful day here at Arts Revive. And I'm just thankful for the crowd. I'm thankful for all the partners. I don't want to name some and miss some, but thank you for everybody that's been here, being a part of it. I do want to single out the folks at Arts Revive that have made their home our home today. I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for Congresswoman Sewell that's taken time out of her busy schedule to come today. I'm very humbled by that. Thank you for coming. And I also want to thank Bruce Jones from Midland Radio and the folks that have donated to make the opportunity for folks here in the community to get free weather radios today, free opportunity for life-saving information in their homes. Last year, we had 25 minutes of lead time for the Selma tornado. No doubt that helped lead to the fact that even though we had tremendous destruction here in the city, no lives were lost here in Selma. And we can rebuild. It takes time to rebuild communities, but you can't rebuild lives. And that's the important part. And the more information we can get in the hands of people, whether it's cell phone apps, whether radio information, safety information to folks, the more we can spread that out to folks, the more lives that we can save. And that's the important part. And again, I'm thankful. Please get to every booth in here today. Ask questions, get information, follow up, and please try to get your weather radio before you leave today. And again, from the Weather Service perspective, I'm so humbled. I think we're servants. We're here to serve y'all. We're here to serve the communities of Central Alabama, and I'm just thankful that you are here. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you for helping us.
Thank you, Chris. Sorry, Congresswoman, sorry. One thing that happened from the tornado, so much brokenness existed. And over at Arts Revive across the street, there's a place called the Create Space. And in the Create Space, we have an incredible pottery program. And we have an incredible instructor. Joe, are you here? You're here. This is Jo Taylor. She's our pottery instructor. And after the tornado, yes. Yeah. She deserves lots of applause. After the tornado, she said, I just want to do something. From everything that's broken in this town, I believe that we can create beauty. And so it was inside this precious heart that was born the idea to take that which is broken, to bring it to Arts Revive, to allow people to tell their stories, because behind every broken piece of pottery or china or glass or porcelain is a story of a life that was affected, a story of what that was. And so over the months, Jo collected those things, and she along with folk in the community created this beautiful mosaic. And I would love for you to tell us how it happened. And we're unveiling this today. So, Jo Taylor.
First off, I've just got a funny little story to tell you. Mark and I were running to our safe place, and my phone rang, and it was my best friend in Maplesville. And she said, Joe, are you running? Are y'all getting your safe place? You're getting your safe place. James Spann is on, and he has gone from North Alabama to South Alabama, and he is covering this. He's even taken off his jacket, and you know that's serious when he takes his jacket off. And so I thought that would be a little humorous thing to add there. But when it was all over and we were safe, we live on Landline Road, 1/8 of a mile from Touchdown, and we were safe. Nothing was destroyed at our house. We started hearing sirens. We started hearing chainsaws. We started seeing trucks with trailers on the back and heavy equipment. These were individuals. These were not rescuers, first responders. These were people like us. They were going to hell. They went, you could hear the chainsaws blaring. I mean, it was almost immediate. And I've lived here all my life, and it's the first time I've seen our community this bonded over something. People, every section of our town was affected in some way. And we crossed borders from rich to poor, black to white, and we were helping whoever needed it. And people were not even letting me or anybody give them any money for any of their gas, any of their time, or anything. They were just helping. And that was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen in my hometown, in my community. So I had this, back in the recesses of my brain, was this idea. I have a very good friend who is a mosaic artist. Her name is Linda Munoz. And she had done a project with the Methodist women in 2011 where they took broken pieces of china, and that represented broken pieces of their lives, and recreated it into something beautiful. That mosaic now hangs in the United Nations Women's Center. And Linda agreed to help me with this. She had the technical skill. So Linda, Becky, and I sat down and discussed what we wanted this to display. And I came up with the icons for Selma, the bridge and the butterfly. And if you'll notice, you'll go from this side over, it's dark. These are the broken buildings and the pieces are flying out of them. Our bridge is bent, and metal bends. It does not splinter when a tornado hits it. So the metal is bent. We get to the top of the bridge, and as we're recovering, we become whole again, and our butterfly comes out and it becomes lighter. It's like a piece of hope for our community to recover. And in the process, we have built more bridges. We have straightened out some of the bentness. We are working more together as a community. So this is my concept of hope for our community to be better. And I want to thank Becky and Arts Revive for giving me the space and the financial means to do this. I want to thank Linda Munoz for all her help. I want to thank the community for bringing their pieces, their brokenness, and then sitting with me and putting this together, gluing pieces and crying and telling their stories. I'm hoping that somebody healed a little bit through this. The arts are healing. The arts make us human beings. And with this, I'm hoping that it's helped someone in some small way. Thank you.
That was lovely. And actually today, across the street in Create Space, there are a couple of panels that are being constructed today. If you want to go and be a part of putting some of the pottery onto a panel, there will be panels that hang on either side of this mosaic, where you are invited to go across the street.
And I'm heading that way right now.
Joe will meet you over there. So please come do that. And last but certainly not least, we are so thankful that Congresswoman Terry Sewell, Selma is your home, but you've come here and you've come to be with our folk today. So will you please help me welcome Congresswoman Terry Sewell? Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Becky. Where's Joe? This is awesome. Awesome. I could not imagine the destruction that I would face when I heard that the tornado touched down in Dallas County. I landed to no less than 1,000 text messages, DMs, all kinds of, saying Selma was struck. And so instead of going to my home in Birmingham, I put my bag in my car and I came home to Selma, only to see street after street of darkness. Street after street of darkness. But from that darkness shows the resilience of an amazing community, a community that I am honored to call my hometown. Neighbor helping neighbor. And our cleanup effort, our rebuild effort, our recovery effort would not be possible if we didn't all work together. So I want to invite up the mayor, the city council president. I want to invite up FEMA, our state. This would not have happened without state, federal, and local folks banding together. So our state representative is also from Alabama. I saw him earlier. Where's Robert Stewart? Right here. Our EMA, our state EMA, probate judge Nunn. Where's probate judge Nunn? Oh, come on up. Our county, LaToya Stiles, our EMA director for Dallas County. Toya, you were in the midst of the storm, literally, and got no break. Standing before you are just representatives of the effort that it took to get where we are today. Now we know that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's gonna take us a while. That tornado hit down and did such extensive damage in a matter of minutes, but we know it will take years for us to recover. And we will not be able to do it without the help. Our local community help, our city council, our mayor, our state representatives. Thank you, thank you. And I want to personally thank the federal partners that we had here. Now I need Kevin Wallace, come on. I talked about FEMA bad when the Tuscaloosa tornado hit in 2011. But I want you to know in 2023, when we needed help, we were able to get more than $22 million from FEMA and from SBA. Those two agencies stayed on the ground for months. And our federal coordinating agent person for the FEMA is none other than Kevin Wallace. And you did a great job. And the fact that you're even here today is a testament that you guys are still here to help, right? And don't believe me, I'm coming back for more federal money and more federal help. But I have great partners with me who are standing in the gap and helping. And the commitment that Joe Biden made, the fact that our governor gave a declaration within a day, and the federal government and the president signed it the next day. And when they told us the cost share was going to be, what was it, 80-20? 75-25, whatever it was, the local 25% was going to be hard to come by. And so I made a request that instead of we having a 75-25, can we please have 100% federal dollars to help clean up? And they gave us to us. They gave it to us. The president went around the rules, and only he, on the stroke of a pen, could give 100%. And I want to thank Governor Ivey, and I want to thank ALDOT, Director Cooper, wherever you are, thank you. Because they were the ones who brought all the cranes and all that stuff and did that cleanup for the first 30 days, 100% reimbursement. Now, I just want to thank our local leaders because I know that we have to put aside our differences and work together in order for this state, for this city, for this county to move forward. So I just really want the mayor to say a few words, the city council president to say a few words. I'm going to start with our federal partner that delivered $22 million. Thank you. Thank you. I really know that you couldn't have done it by yourself. You had a lot of wonderful folks that were on the ground. You know, every time they would say we have to go door to door, I would hear our county commissioner, where's Curtis? He would say, well, what about in Beloit? What about in, and so FEMA went door to door to door throughout our community. I want you to know that. And when people were denied, we told them, your denial, please look at why you were denied. It's usually lack of information. We provided that information and people got help, okay? And those who could not get help, got loans from SBA. So I just want to say that the federal government, when we get it right, we gotta praise folks when we get it right. And I want all this community to know that I am still committed to making sure that everyone recovers and that we rebuild our city back better. And we can only do that with all of our help. We all have a role to play, all of us. And so I knew from the start that we were Selma strong, Dallas County determined, Alabama able. Am I right? I know I come from great stock. People who don't see color, they see help, they see hope, they see promise, they see strength. So, we are able to show the world that Selma can get it together. And without the help of all of the partners that are up here, the people who are being represented up here, we could not do this. And so I'm going to let the mayor say a few words. I'm going to start with you, Kevin, because I know you're going to be brief. Everybody should be brief. It's really more about the community.
Thank you, ma'am. When I arrived on January 15th as the federal coordinating officer to coordinate the federal response, besides the destruction caused by a tornado, what I saw was a resilient community. I saw a neighbor help a neighbor. I saw churches open. I saw volunteers from across the state, across the country, coming to help Selma. I saw strong leadership when I met the mayor and the city council. I saw strong leadership, and I knew this was going to be okay. We were going to come back because of the resiliency of the people and the resiliency of the leadership in Selma. And then I met Councilman Sewell, I cannot express the dedication that she has for her hometown. We talk almost every day.
Sometimes 4 and 5 times.
Even she was in D.C.
I think I was your last call every night.
Every night I got a call from Congresswoman Sue, or in between votes, or whatever she was doing in D.C. if she wasn't here. We wanted to know about where we stood and how she could help. And I would give it, if it was not her, it was her staff. So I just want to say thank you for the leadership that you showed. Thank you for the leadership the city council showed, the mayor showed, and all the local and state representatives that showed here. That's what made this response and ongoing recovery work. It is the people of the city of Selma and the leadership.
Well, I want to just say thank you to all of our federal partners, and thank you to all of our state partners, and to all of our local partners. I just want to say thank you. I also want to acknowledge that on January 12th of 2023, that was a traumatic experience that took place here in our community. And January 12th of 2024, those feelings of anxiety returned on yesterday. And I'm convinced that many of our people were struggling with the remembrance of other things that had happened prior. But now I want to thank God for not allowing what happened last year to happen this year. And we are able to stand here today and celebrate and commemorate that there were no lives lost, property damage, but that's being restored and recovered better and bigger because of our partnerships and our relationships with those who are here. And so I acknowledge you, Arts Revive, for what you're doing. Thank you so very much for the leadership that you're providing in doing this. National Weather Association, thank you also very much. And then let me just look over and say thank you to the Selma Fire Department and Public Safety for the things that they do, that they have done, all of our first responders. And Toya, she said she wasn't going to say that, but come here. Folks, this is Dallas County EMA Executive Director, and I got to tell you that she is a one-person office machine. She literally gets it done, and so I wanted to just publicly say thank you as well. And so I leave you with this. I'll leave you with this. And Jay, I see you with the long-term recovery group. I see you. Thank you. But I leave you with this. For all of the challenges that we've experienced, all of the heartaches and the struggles that we've experienced, I also say for all the blessings we have received, to God be the glory. Thank you.
I can't say enough. Where is Joe? I don't want it to be lost that we know that the story of that storm, how beautifully told by this mosaic. We do know that art tells stories. It is a part of the narrative of our community, and for that I'm so grateful. I'm going to now pass it over to Jimmy Nunn, to the City Council President.
I know me and Brooklyn George look alike, so he gets his height. He gets his height from Mama's side of the family. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, we can do much better than that on this day. Good morning, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. That's Selma Strong. You know, we've had a day of action. We've had a day of remembrance. We've had a day of service. But let's think about today being a day of Thanksgiving. You know, when you look back at all that transpired on January the 12th, everybody is still here. And that is because of the good God above. Now, we have gone around, and I don't want to miss anybody, but let's just give a big thanks to God and for one another. Let's give thanks. Let's give thanks. Today is a beautiful day in Selma, Alabama, and I assure you there will be more beautiful days in Selma, Alabama. It is our responsibility as elected officials not to just get up here and give you speeches, but to give you results. And those results come from partnerships. So yes, we do disagree, but we come together when we need to for our beloved community. So pray for us. Pray for us that we continue to move Selma forward, and to remind everyone that Selma's best days are not behind it, but Selma's best days are in front of it. For our future will be better than our past. I do have to say that Congresswoman Sewell, she is an example of Selma, Alabama. Wherever she goes, I think they don't call her Congresswoman Sewell, they just call her Selma.
Miss Selma.
Miss Selma.
The girl from Selma.
The girl from Selma. And Congresswoman, I know your mama and your daddy are looking at you smiling, because they did an awesome job with you here in Selma, Alabama. Please give Congresswoman Sewell another big round of applause. Please do. Now, I'm just going to close by saying we love you, and that may God continue to bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless Selma, Alabama.
I'm going to be very brief. But Congresswoman Sewell is, she's a home girl.
That's right.
From Selma, Alabama. So this is a home, so we thank you and we applaud you for everything that you're doing. Kevin, the mayor, all of the elected officials, and Toria. Thank everyone who has participated, but it's not like, as they've stated, it's not about us, it's about you. We have been through so much here in Selma and Dallas County, and when you see the pictures, and you see them on Facebook and everything, really you say, oh my God, it looks worse than what we thought it was, you know, but it looks bad. So we really have gone through a lot. So I just want to thank the citizens of Selma and Dallas County. It's you that are going to have to rebuild back. How do you rebuild back? One brick at a time. And it's going to take time, but we have done a great job. You see a few remnants still across Selma and Dallas County to show that we did go through something. It's no more than if you have surgery. You're going to have some scars, but you bounce back better than what you were. You're going to have some scars from it, but you're going to bounce back. But this is just another page that we can write in our chapter, that we can write in history, that Selma and Dallas County were resilient and we are doing better. Thank you all, and y'all have a great day.
Robert, I know Robert Stewart represents the state and our EMA folks. I want y'all to know that James Spann may get a lot of credit. And the weather services are amazing in America, and they deserve a round of applause, really. Our technology is such that, I mean, they can really precisely tell, and that we have wonderful people who tell us. And the EMA, the Emergency Management Directors, our agency, you all have to have the hard job after the storm of quantifying it, right? I mean, every brick, you only get reimbursed based on the documents that you have to produce. And so I just want to say thank you to the state, and I also definitely want to say thank you to you, Toya. You know, not only in the 7th Congressional District was Dallas County hit, so was Sumter County, so was Hale County, so was Greene County. So what I want to say is to all that were affected in my district, and we also know Otago was not in our district, but it was also affected, and people died. So we have to acknowledge our resilience and our strength, but we must also acknowledge the very hard work that goes into making sure that we get the resources we need to build back better. And another Selma's own. You know, you hate when this happens, but isn't God good?
Yes,
he had the Congresswoman from Selma, he had your state Senator being from Selma. I'm just saying, God works in mysterious ways.
Good morning. Good morning. This is our community at work. Many people don't know this, but I myself am a tornado survivor. And my wife actually saved my life because I didn't believe the tornado was coming. And she had to literally pull me off a Zoom call for work and say, get out of this storm. Because I didn't, you know, we can be stubborn at times. When I tell you, when the tree came through the house, it missed my head. And I remember walking out of the house and calling the governor's office immediately. And she declared a state of emergency. Let's give the governor a round of applause. Our state really stood up. You know, local, I echo the sentiments of people, of all of our public servants before. And I want to share that we have, art imitates life. Art is a reflection of life. And we have a blank canvas right now. The beauty of this artistic inspiration, is that we as a community get to decide our trajectory. We get to decide, as Dr. King says, where do we go from here? Chaos or community? Let's choose community. Thank you.
So Becky, I'm gonna pass it back to you. I'm sorry, I couldn't be up here by myself because I didn't do the work by myself. So that's why I wanted to make sure that this community really did love upon and thank the partners that really helped us. You know, who's not here is our faith-based community. Who's not here are the nonprofits that stood in the gap. And so we just want to say thank you to all. Thank you to all. Because it may be Selma today, but it could be your home tomorrow. And so we've got to make sure that we, as a community, celebrate the good times. Because believe me, when there are bad times, we hear about it, don't we?
Yes, yes.
So let us celebrate our resilience, our strength, our fortitude as a community. Give everyone a round of applause. I'm going to hand it back.
Thank you all for being here. I want to thank the National Weather Service once again. This would not be possible without them. Kevin Laws, you're the bomb. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you all. Okay, everyone, we're going to take a picture. So all of you are. Where's Joe? Who did the?
I think she went back home.